95J, I'm a ball out Tom Brady. Michael Vick, I'm a dog. I've been running the play like I'm 95J. I'm a ball out all day. Thank the Lord on the way. Thank the Lord on the way. 95J with the action. 95J with the action. 95J, yeah, yeah. 95J. 95J with the action. 95J with the action. 95J, yeah, yeah. 95J, yeah, yeah. 95J, I'm a ball out Tom Brady. Michael Vick, I'm a dog. I've been running the play like I'm 95J. I'm a ball out all day. Thank the Lord on the way. Thank the Lord on the way. 95J with the action. 95J with the action. 95J, yeah, yeah. 95J. 95J with the action. 95J with the action. 95J, yeah, yeah. 95J, yeah, yeah.
You did it again. 95J. The Madden move. The Madden move. Yeah. I gotta go hard every day. 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 The Madden move. The Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 Talk on 95J. I hit my dance, I hit my blitz, I get my pay. I took my move. You did it again. 95J. The Madden move. The Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 The Madden move, the Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 Talk on 95J. I hit my dance, I hit my blitz, I get my pay. I took my move. You did it again. 95J. The Madden move. The Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 The Madden move. The Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 Talk on 95J. I hit my dance, I hit my blitz, I get my pay. I took my move. You did it again. 95J. The Madden move.
What is going on, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? On this Good Friday, man. Who we got in the building, man? What team are you representing? And of course, man, if there are any type of audio issues or anything like this, man, please just let me know. But we are here, man. Drop a comment. What team you repping, man? How you feeling so far this season? Man, games are popping off left and right. I'm really hoping someone starts a game at some point during this stream, so maybe I can jump over and start commentating that. But let's go, man. The Jags, man, we're looking kind of good over here right now. We're looking kind of good. Looking to keep that up. We got the Browns. Oh, we got Dalton Brown. Excuse me. He says the Rams are checking in. Yes, sir. Let me turn this on. We got Rams in the building. We got Raiders in the building. Nah, you can't claim the Raiders anymore, man. Can't claim the Raiders. You're the Giants only now. So pretty much on these though, pretty much on this video, I kind of just want to dive into, we're going to take a look at standings, take a look at how teams are doing so far. We're going to dive into stats, maybe check out some player of the weeks, things of that nature, man. Giants in the building. There we go. Fairs, Texans. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you guys here. So first and foremost, taking a look at it here, man. Steelers undefeated. Coach Brian B. Red got those Steelers looking good. 6-0, the only undefeated team so far representing the AFC. Next up, you got the Cowboys. Both guys, man, they're at the top of the ranks, and there's a few teams here. Only one loss for the season so far. You got the Cowboys, Seahawks coming in, putting up a great performance week to week, and then you see the Jags, of course, but we're not going to talk about those guys too much, man. We're not going to talk about them. Titans, Eagles, only one loss on the season. He's feeling good about them. Chargers, and then we have a new coach with the Ravens. Put up a dominant performance there today. Chargers also a new head coach to the Madden move. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Commanders, it's so funny, man, because I got like the old coaches stuck in my mind still from the old team, so I'm trying to associate faces to teams. I'm trying to remember who's who, but yeah, that's the top echelon there, which these guys sitting with 2 losses so early in the season, man. Reality check, what's going on? Big Ross, yes sir, he says the real big dogs of the AFC South in here, the Titans, man. Cut it out just because you got bingo today. Matter of fact, there's like 2 bingos I'll do on live stream for y'all. I think Maul, he has a bingo I'm waiting on, and then Ross got a bingo, and I don't think we did I don't think, Dez, I don't think we did your bingo either, if I'm not mistaken. I think you got one. I have to check my DMs. But like I was saying, it's still early on in the season. So these guys, man, you're sitting at even 3 losses, man, even 4 losses. I've been there. I mean, guys can attest to this. I've been in situations, you're 2-4, something like this, bro. You can make it happen, Saints. You can make it happen and squeeze your way into the playoffs. Bingo, we got, Biggs, what's going on, brother? Welcome in, man. Y'all see that new little video I done put out, man? We're trying to switch it up, trying to get a little creative out here. Bingo. So let me go ahead, before I dive into the stats, let me just do some guys' bingo real quick. We can switch over to that, and I'll do this on stream. What we got? All right, let's switch over. All right, let's take a look. The big dogs, man. The Jags is taking over that division, man, but we're going to let you live for right now, Brody. All right, so DMs. We'll start with Big Sway there with the Cowboys. We'll start with them first. This is your will spin for bingo level 1, and then you'll be promoted to level 2. We're going to give that a shuffle up as always, and remember, you get one spin only. Let's give it a look. Just short of that 99 any non-physical, but this is for the Cowboys. 95 acceleration. You can add that to one player. Let me know. We're going to close that out. The next one, we got Maul with the Giants. We're gonna shuffle that up. Sway, if you're still in here, bro, go ahead and DM me who you want that on. Once you figure it out, we're now moving on to the Giants. Let's take a look. Shuffled up. I know, man. I asked you guys, do y'all want me to take the agility and acceleration out? I mean, I will. You know, it's kind of anticlimactic. You know, it doesn't feel as great, and it looks like 95 agility is heading towards the Giants now. Got to be strategic on who you want to place that on, man. What's going to make the most out of that? But, you know, we can take a look at the level 2 wheel. I believe that's a lot better. So we got those two teams, Giants, Cowboys. Those are your rewards there. And then we have the Titans just completed bingo as well. And this will get updated in the Discord. Shuffle up as always. You get one spin only. This is for the Titans. And bro, we popping off with agilities and accelerations here. How do you feel about that? 95 agility heading towards the Titans. I think that's all the bingos I have. Yeah, I think that's all the bingos I have. Those 3 teams, which that's what you got, guys. I mean, is what it is, you know. We'll switch off from that. So 3 wheel spins gone. Let's head over to some of these stats though, because I see some guys going crazy. All right, let's see if we could turn something up, man. Hey, I asked y'all, I said, look, man, do you want me to take the agility and acceleration off? People are like, nah, keep it. I was like, all right. When I first created it, I was like, man, this would be dope, you know, someone with high acceleration, agility, whatever. But I found out that, yeah, it's unpopular to say the least. So let's move over to let's start this off taking a look at the NFL stats going on. Hold on. Biggs, I thought I spun the wheel for you, bro. You trying to make me double up on you? Yeah. I spun yours yesterday or the day before. Come on, man. You trying to get me? All right, so let's take a look at these stats, man. You know I love this, bro, especially when it comes down to the quarterbacks first. I mean, no wonder the Steelers are sitting here undefeated. I mean, these guys are balling out. How long has it been since the M-Coin list has been updated? Hey, brother, hold on, man. Look, if guys want purchases, I'm still completing those, but I can't lie, the work week was long, man. But I got time today, so after this stream, we're going to be knocking all those out. I believe it's been since week 2 or 3, which I'm not going to short anybody, man. Y'all should know me by now. For the guys that do, we're going to get everyone caught up to speed. But yeah, it's been a minute, man. Every time we get home from work, it's like, dang. All right, so taking a look at these passing yards, though, and just completions, touchdowns to interception ratio. Steelers sitting here with crazy. You didn't get your wheel spin for real, bro? Hold on, man. I'm gonna have to check in. I'm gonna have to check the feed, because I thought did I not do yours? All right, bro. All right, I'm gonna take your word, but I'm gonna take a look after this. Just for the time being, I'm gonna look. Switch up. Let's go ahead and spin yours. I thought I did it. Tripping. All right, shuffle up. This is for the Jets then. This is for the Jets. The bingo boys. What is he gonna get? Change of direction? $95 change of direction token headed towards the Jets. So there you go, brother. Oh, he capped. See, that's what I thought. Look, man. Look, see, that does not go to the Jets. I'm minding my own business, man. Let's get back to business, man. Golly. See, man. All right. Yeah, so what is it now? Week 6. Week 6, man, taking a look at Will Howard here for the Steelers. You're talking 2,900 yards, 38 touchdowns to only 9 interceptions. I love that. Now, knowing that coach's game, he is conservative as far as, he will take the check downs when they're there, but, I mean, the yards don't lie either. This is showing that this guy is airing it out. Not really run-heavy offense, but very efficient when it comes to the passing game. Only letting it go when he has someone to get it to. 38 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Moving on to the Cowboys. Josh Allen, a big-time trade that happened earlier on this season. Taking a look at his stats now, 30 touchdowns to 16 interceptions, sitting at 2,600 yards, 61% completion, taking 17 sacks. Now you got to think, is some of that coming from the previous team? How many sacks has he taken since being with the Cowboys? I don't know how to iffy that up just now. Yeah, 95 Excel. I know you did. I thought I wasn't tripping, man. Golly. Yeah, Brian, out there showing out with the Steelers, man. Will Howard's balling out. Lamar Jackson showing up next. Now, this is a new head coach. Past couple of games, been doing very well. 29 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. I love the ratios. Jaden Daniels, 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions there for the Commanders. Joe Milton starting. They done got rid of Josh Allen. Joe Milton putting up yards now. I think some of those come from the Cowboys as well. So it's kind of, where that differs from. Anthony Richardson, and then this is when we start getting to, the 1,800 passing yard realm. You got Stafford out there, 20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. This is still, those are good ranges I like there. Taking a look at the Texans and Stroud. Bears, you got to clean it up, brother. 15 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. We got to start peeling those back. Take the checkdowns when you can get them. Being composed in the pocket. Then you see Big Gino. He said, look, man, they wrote me off. I just didn't write back. But, brother, you need to probably put the pen away from how it's looking right now. 18 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Let's run the football. Bo Nix, 17-13. And it kind of bounces out here. I'm talking all this trash. Look, Lawrence is down here, 15-5. Okay, 15-5, and that's unlike me. I'm usually 15-15 type of guy there with Kyler Murray. So we see that Will Howard does have the most passing touchdowns, 38 passing touchdowns here in week 6. Josh Allen there at second. The most interceptions in the league belongs to Geno and the Raiders. 30 interceptions by week 6. Jackson Dart, 21. Drake May, 19. Shador, 18. You get into those ranges, man, and then, it's hard to fight back after so many turnovers. But moving on here to the run game. Who is relying on the run and which running backs are showing out for their teams? Let me turn this on so I have some backup. Now, if that song is a little too loud, I can adjust that. Just let me know. But Bijan Robinson leads the league so far, 498 rushing yards there, 78 attempts. These guys are toting the rock. You're talking averaging 6 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns. Not seeing the end zone that much, but hasn't fumbled the ball. Looks like he's just getting a lot of carries, man. Getting a lot of carries and, averaging 6 yards per gain. I don't knock that at all. And you have Tony Pollard sitting at second, 7 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns, finding his way into the end zone. He does have a fumble, but look at this here, man. Derrick Henry, 21 broken tackles, absolutely nuts. 6 touchdowns, 430 yards, 7.5 average. I believe that's the highest in the league so far. Then you got Tyrone Tracy Jr., 10 touchdowns, leading the league in rushing touchdowns is Tracy Jr. there. Jaylen Warren finding his way into the end zone. So I take that back with what I was saying as far as Will Howard and the Steelers, as far as the passing and running game. Looks like they are getting it done in the running game, averaging 5 yards per carry. Warren's finding his way into the end zone, has not fumbled the ball. That's always a plus. Chase Brown finds himself in the end zone quite often. 7 touchdowns. Then you have guys like Barkley sprinkled in here. Travis Etienne found his way to the Dallas Cowboys in a huge trade between the Jags and the Cowboys. And then Lamar, 200 rushing yards as a quarterback. That's nice. But so far the yards is up to the Falcons there in Bijan, and that's going to be Brightwell, Coach Brightwell. That boy had 4 rushing touchdowns today. That puts him on the board, man. And take a look at this. You're asking how? Will Howard, how? DK Metcalf, 33 receptions, 1,200 receiving yards here in week 6, man. On his way to break crazy records. Let's take a look average per game. So averaging 200 yards of receiving yards per game, 16 total touchdowns, absolutely nuts. Kavontae Turpin, he's up there, man. Not your traditional number 1 receiver, but has 38 receptions, 913 yards for the Cowboys. They appreciate speed over there, 10 receiving touchdowns. Tyler Harrell, 6 foot, 193 pounds, 889 receiving yards, finding himself in the end zone. And this is where, you know, you got to give these guys some kudos, man, because if we're taking a look at the average yards per game, you're talking about 204, 152, 177. Thornton out there with the 140. Alec Pierce, 138. A tight end, Trey McBride, finds himself in the top 6 in receiving yards of the league so far. And this guy here, Nico Collins, man, let me take a look real quick, brother. Let me take a look, because this last game, I have to look. I got to take a look. Season stats, how do I go to a game? Oh, yeah, here it goes. Yeah, Buddy was going nuts. Now, I was working while I was watching this game, but every time I looked at my screen, it seems like this dude was catching a streak heading into the end zone. 8 receptions, 367 yards, 6 touchdowns is going to put him on that leaderboard. Just, you know, top 10. Brock Bowers, you love to see the tight ends getting some love in the receiving game. Mark Andrews for the Ravens. Brock Bowers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a lot of trade talk has been surrounding his name so far in the league. And then we also have a rookie, Amarion Hampton, running back. So it looks like the Chargers, man, they're dishing it off, dumping it to the RB, and he's making plays for receiving touchdowns. Golden, Kelsey, and you got Chase and these other guys down here. Big Brian Thomas Jr., 11 touchdowns. Let's take a look at the touchdown leaders here. DK Metcalf with 16 total touchdowns. And just a quick dive on this, man. Offensively, the Steelers are controlling the pace game to game. So taking a look, week 2, Metcalf 80-38 puts up 368 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns in that game alone, right? So just force feeding him the ball. He gets 288 back-to-back games, week 4, week 5 there against the Colts and Cowboys, 3 touchdowns apiece. Almost deja vu, Groundhog Day, however you want to call it. And Chargers found a way to slow him down a little bit. Looks like the Falcons did as well. So we got to figure out what happened there. If you're matching up with the Steelers moving forward, what did those guys do, or was he just not in their game plan? But moving on here to the defense. Moving on to the defense here, and you know, sometimes the defensive stats get a little iffy, especially if you have fair sims, force wins, whatnot. I don't take much look at the tackles. Now, it is something to notice. These ranks go off of the most tackles per person, but you know, if you're simming a game, bro, the CPU is going to get a lot of tackles. But let's take a look at tackles for loss, though. Who's leading in those categories? We have a veteran, Eric Kendricks for the Seattle Seahawks. Medrano, 9 tackles for loss. Rookie for the Raiders, DeMarvion Overshown, 9. And there's a lot of guys with 9 tackles for loss. And these are the players, you know, if you're talking about trade block or who you want to make trades with, come take a look at these guys leading the league in tackles for loss, man. That means that they're creating some pressure there off the edge. They're, you know, being a force in the run game and whatnot. Ray, what's going on? He said, what I miss? A lot. You missed a lot. But yeah, those are the guys you want on your team, man, that can really bend the edge, cause havoc, man. Tackles for loss is what you love. You got to have it. Sack leaders. Overshown is showing up there as well. 7 sacks. Odafe Owe, 7 sacks for the Texans. Medrano finds himself a rookie, is really making a force here in these defensive stats. Really showing up for his team. TJ Watt, 6 sacks. Oh, excuse me, I'm on the wrong category. 5 sacks for TJ Watt. Mafe, Dallas Turner, 4 sacks. That's nice. And then you see Josh Allen, 4 sacks. Me personally, I'm not a team known getting to the quarterback, man. I mean, I've had previous years to where, bro, we probably got 3-4 sacks a season. Like, we could not get to the quarterback. Interceptions here. This is my favorite stat. My favorite category. A rookie leading in the league in interceptions, 7 interceptions. Gotta love it. Joey Porter for the Steelers. So that's showing that these guys, both here in the AFC, are getting it done on the offensive side, but they are, causing havoc on the defensive side as well. 2 defensive backs for the Steelers, 6 interceptions apiece. Greg Newsome was on the trade block for a little while. Looks like he stays with Cleveland for now. 6 interceptions. And I'm not going to try to pronounce this name. Matter of fact, I am. Ben Van Summeren, 5 interceptions. Jimmy Ward, the vet back there for the Texans, 5 interceptions. Pritchett, 5. Wagner, 5. And Denzel Ward, recently acquired by the Baltimore Ravens in a trade from the Browns. And then you get off to the fours here. Clark, Buda Baker. I just love interceptions, bro. I love them. I can't lie to you. But if we're taking a look at that, so we've taken a look so far, tackles for loss, sacks. You've seen a lot of the similar names, and these guys forcing turnovers, man. I'd be curious to take a look at those teams' records that are up there. Forced fumbles, the heavy hitters. Who's laying the wood? JOK for the Cleveland Browns. 4 forced fumbles. Somebody hit that man's line and try to pick him up for a trade. Sweet talk the Cleveland Browns. Bring him over to your team. What we got in the comments, man? Big Turpin. Sway says, I love my LBs. Yes, sir. Ray, Eagles ain't on the board, but we got the number 1 D. No players have shown up yet, man. You guys must be, we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at team stats right now. We're just diving into player stats, but we're going to see if what you're saying is true. So a big drop off from 4 to 2 forced fumbles here. You got Justin Simmons next, Dayon Henley, Patrick Queen, Derek Hall, Benjamin Morrison, a rookie, laying the wood there, dropping them off. 2 forced fumbles. Do we have any field goal blocks? We do. We have a field goal block there, block kick for Mathis for the Broncos, and more for the Colts. Any safety so far? Cowboys pull off a safety with Kenneth Murray Jr. And who on defense is putting up points? Denzel Ward, 2 pick sixes, I assume. Overshown, 2 pick sixes, I assume. Well, he also had a fumble recovery here, 83 yards, so not a pick 6 for Denzel Ward. Kyron Johnson, Trey Brown, a local brother Woodson. A lot of players on the defensive side are bringing it back to the house, putting up points for their team on the defensive side. Gotta love it. So those are some key standout players so far. Are there any kick returns? I haven't got a kick return this whole Madden. I haven't got them. Some guys are just got it like that. Not me. Calvin Ridley has a kick return. Jaquan Jackson for the Titans has a kick return. Daquan Hardy for the Bills. And then D. Eskridge. These guys are taking it to the house. And we do have a punt return. Punt return? Nah, hold on. Is that going to show it? What game was that? Because I don't think that was me. It must have been in a game that I had to sim or something against the Colts. I played that game. We had a punt return? Nah, dog. Nah. Nah, I don't think we did. But hey, we'll take the stats. Bigsby with the punt return. So far you see those key guys standing out. Passing yards, Will Howard running the football. Bijan Robinson, the receiving leader. DK Metcalf, somebody stop these Steelers. I am hating and hating hard. Tackles for loss, Eric Kendrick. Sacks, Overshown. Interceptions, Malachi Starks. Forced fumbles, you got JOK with the Browns. Those are the key guys showing out so far for their teams. And we took a brief look at the standings. Let's dive into some team stats to see, you know, what these guys are doing. I want to try to show love to everybody that I can, you know, versus just you know, taking a look at the top guys. I want to, you know, try to get a wide scope of what's going on amongst the whole league. All right, so total yards gained, right? Offensively, you do have the Steelers at the top there. Cowboys find themselves at number 2. Commanders sitting at number 3. Ravens 4. Giants rounding it off at 5. Now keep in mind that some of these guys may have already played this week, and meanwhile, you know, some guys haven't. Who has the most picks at QB? It was Geno Smith with the Raiders. He has 30 interceptions here in week 6. So that rounds up the top 5 offenses in the league so far. You get the Steelers, Cowboys, Commanders, Ravens, and the Giants. Just meaning, let's continue on to the top 10, should I say. You got the Seahawks, Colts. Yo. Technical difficulties. Somebody help. Somebody help. Hey, I didn't pay the light bill. Colts, Bengals, Vikings, Packers. Okay, so if we're doing all this, now we got to take a look at the bottom 5 offenses in the league. You got the Panthers, Saints, Falcons, Dolphins, and Chargers. Guys not really getting it done as far as putting up a lot of yards and whatnot on the offensive side. I'll be curious to take a look at let's take a look at their records, because I'm curious now. So Chargers bottom 5 here, 3-1. So right, only 1,800 offensive yards so far, but still 3-1, sitting strong in his division. You're taking a look at the Dolphins, 1-4. So now you're starting to ask yourself, how can we pick it up on offense? As far as, you know, we got the weapons at the receiver spot. Let's try to find a way to make some splash plays. It's Tua the guy. If he's not the guy, can we find the guy? Can we get the run game going somehow? 1-4, that could be a reason why offense isn't clicking yet. Falcons sitting at 2-3, same thing. You got weapons in key places. You did trade away Pitts early on in the season. Could that be a result to a lacking offense? Taking a look at the Saints, 0-5. A new head coach to the Madden move, joined a little later on in the season, finding his way into the league. It's just about, you know, finding your rhythm now, man. Panthers 2-3 here. I mean, you got Leggett. They traded away Jonathan Brooks, Bryce Young. You got to be conservative and just take what the defense gives you. 2-3, but still very alive early on in this season. The Holden, what's going on? Yeah, bro, I love this, man. Yeah, this is my jam right here, man. I just appreciate you guys that are tuning in. If you know, I don't know how many people are in here. I can't see it from my end, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Like, Madden 26, bro, we got to take this to a whole different level. And I've learned a lot from Madden 25 to Madden 24. I think we're going on 3 years, the Madden move as a whole, man. Met a lot of solid guys, a lot of core guys that have helped build this to what it is now. Greatly appreciated, man. I got to find some type of way to give back. But the plan is to take it to levels farther, man. Like, I want the Madden move to be so well known, like people like in the Madden community, this is a league that they know about. Maybe it gets so popping that it has to branch off to a few different leagues, and maybe, you know, has its own commissioners and what, I don't know. But hey, I think it could be something crazy, man. I think the waiting list for the Madden move could be something crazy. I'm done with recruiting is tough. I'm sick of recruiting, but I think if we put a good enough community together, and we lead with integrity and all the types of things, you know, that this will be a place that people would want to join and ride it out with. But moving forward with these stats here, so we're taking a look at total offensive yards. I just want to take a look quickly. Top 5 passing and rushing, right? So this is the top 5 passing offenses. You got the Steelers, Cowboys, Ravens, Commanders, Colts. A lot of these similar teams that you're seeing carrying over from player stats to team stats, right? The top 5 rushing teams: Seahawks, Titans, Bears, Bucks, Falcons. Points per game. This is what separates the boys from the men. You know what I'm saying? Or the men from the boys, however you want to call it. Steelers, 56 points per game. Absolutely nuts. Cowboys, 55. Ravens, 45. Titans, 44. Seahawks, 43. Putting up major points per game. Absolutely nuts, man. And I'll mention the Packers there. He's just at 40. You have a couple of guys knocking on that door. Rams, Bengals, Commanders. That's great productivity and efficiency, if you ask me. Passing touchdowns, a lot of the same teams that you're seeing, right? If you're talking about passing yards, you can imagine passing touchdowns is going to be up there. Steelers, Cowboys, Ravens, Commanders, Colts. Rushing touchdowns, Bengals lead the league there for the AFC. 12 rushing touchdowns. Titans, Giants find themselves up there. Steelers, Seahawks again. And Seahawks, man, sneaking up on some folks, man. Taking a look at the team stats, player stats. You got guys leading and not leading, but I think a Seahawk was leading in tackles for loss. But as far as the defensive side, offensive side, these guys are going to be sneaky for the NFC West and the NFC altogether. So that's a team to keep your eye on. And these are the teams that are just simply moving the chains, bro. Moving the chains. Steelers, Commanders, Chiefs, Ravens, Cowboys. Getting first downs, keeping drives alive. I'm going to mention the Colts as well. They broke that 100 mark there. So important, man. Third down conversions, keeping your drive alive. And let's take a look at my favorite side of the football, and that's defense. Steelers versus Cowboys. I'm not sure if they played yet. If they played in the past few hours, I didn't see it because I was busy. But yeah, defense, my favorite, man. Yeah, there's something to be said about a strong defense, man. Not able to move the ball, whatnot. So this is going to be total yards allowed. So the people you're going to see at the top are going to be the teams that have allowed the less amount of yards, right? So these are the teams. You got the Eagles, Chargers, Saints, Titans, Patriots. Defenses that are... 1 second. Defenses that are just clamping up, man, applying pressure to the quarterback, whatever it is, stopping the run, clamping up, doing all the things you need to do. And let's take a look at the bottom 5 defenses, teams that are just letting offenses do what they want to do as far as moving the football. You got the Raiders sitting at 1-5. And that can play a factor into that. We took a look at the interception side of it, right? Get those cleaned up. Start tightening up on defense, and you can see that record change around really fast. The Colts 2-4, Bengals 3-3 there, Bills 1-4, and then the Giants 3-3. Now, from taking a look at the bottom 5, I'm trying to think. I would say the most surprising to me is probably the Giants due to personnel. Now, a lot of that is, loaded up on the front. Got some defensive backs that I like and whatnot. Bills, Bengals, Colts. It could be a personnel game. Now, keep in mind, Max Crosby is gone from the Raiders as well. What we got going on, man? Let's take a look. Ray says, funny how those are the top offenses. Pass on defense and those top defense, not top offense. Ross says, man, you sure I mentioned them Titans a bunch. All right, man. Wait till we see them boys. That's all I gotta say. Wait till we see them. Wait till we see them. But gotta give credit to where the credit is due, man. I mean, this is my favorite category here on defense. So these are the teams that allow the least amount of passing yards, right? The least amount of passing yards. You're not passing the football on these teams. Simple as that. Eagles sitting at number 1. Ray said it. Ray said, look, man, we're the number 1 defense. We don't have people showing up on the player stats, but, you know, we're the number 1 defense. It's showing up right here. You're not going to pass on those guys. Saints sitting at number 2. And this is very crazy to me. They're second and less, how do I say this? Least amount of pass yards allowed, but they're 0-5, right? So that tells me that their defense is doing their job. They got to find a way to get it clicking on offense. That's going to be the biggest thing for that team. Patriots 3-2, only 1,100 pass yards there. Panthers again 2-3. So these are defenses, and if you're taking a look at the record, some of it can be like, well, what's going on there? Just going back to the offense, finding a way to generate offense, put points on the board. Chargers next up, rounding up that top 5 passing defenses. Rushing defenses here. Fairs, what's going on, brother, bro? Middle of the pack all over. Hey, I haven't mentioned the Jags at all besides right now, bro. I mean, I'm right there with you. We're middle of the pack type of guys, right? But, you know, if it works, it works. Just trying to find a way to, you know, be a specialist in one area, right? Be a specialist in one area if you can't, you know, if you don't want to be a middleman in every category. Like, okay, I'm gonna go hard here at least. So taking a look, these are the teams that allow the least amount of rushing yards. You have the Cleveland Browns being stout in the running game, Jaguars 244, Chargers. And these guys kind of remind me of the Seahawks, because we're seeing them in these categories. We see these guys in categories, man. And you take a look at their record, 3-1, just one of those sneaky teams. I'm gonna mention them with the Seahawks. That'll be my sneaky team for the AFC. Vikings sitting at number 4, least amount of rush yards allowed. Then you have the Bills rounding out the top 5. It wasn't intentional if I did, bro. It wasn't intentional. Okay, hold on. I skipped a category. I want to talk about the teams that have allowed the most passing yards, right? Ravens allowed the most passing yards. Raiders, Bills, Bengals, Browns. Man, he said he was a top defense, allowing a lot of pass yards there in the top 5. Ray, got to speak on that, man. And these are the top 5 teams allowing the most rush yards. So you can just run the ball on these guys. This is essentially what they're telling you. You have the Colts, Cowboys, Bucks, Panthers, and Raiders. So they might be giving you the run, but hey, they might want to clamp up in the pass game. Either or, they're giving you the run here. So if you face these guys in the future, this could be your the blueprint, man. This could be the blueprint. Get it going in one area. Now, if we're talking about points allowed, the Eagles, 83 points there. Oh, Ray, did I do you dirty, man? I was thinking you were the Browns. I was thinking you were the Browns. Look, Kiwu just mentioned it. Ray, not the Browns. See, look, as soon as I went to points, I saw the Eagles. I said, hold on, that's Ray. My bad, Ray. My bad. You caught us stray for no reason. All right, so these are the teams allowing the least amount of points. Only 83 points allowed against the Eagles. So Ray can talk his talk there. That defense is showing up on both sides, man, as far as not allowing people to run the ball, pass the ball. Hey, man, you're not getting in the end zone. That's a huge gap from 83 points to 125 points. Chargers is next up. Bucks, Jags, Titans. Ooh-hoo-hoo. That's what I like to see. Look, man, you're not getting in the end zone when you come to Jacksonville. We come to your city, it's not happening. All right, these are the teams leading in the sack category, man. I love it. Seahawks 21. Those sneaky boys I'm telling you about. Cowboys 20. Getting to the quarterback. Ravens 15. Vikings 15. Steelers 14. And we're going to mention the Lions because they're tied there with the top 5 with 14 sacks. These guys are applying pressure to the quarterback. Now we have to take a look at the top 5 teams not getting to the quarterback. You have the Browns. Can they find a way to apply pressure? 49ers. And just as I expected, I wanted to take a look at the record of the teams not getting to the quarterback, right? Under 500, you have the Browns 2-3, 49ers 1-5, Dolphins 1-4, Raiders 1-5, Saints 0-5. So if you're not getting to the quarterback, it's going to be very tough on your defense, man, to really get something going if the quarterback just sitting back there chilling, man. 1-4. I believe if you start getting higher up here, these records start getting better, right? Yeah, you start hitting it. Well, this is an outliner. The Rams 11 sacks, getting to the quarterback, kind of a middle of the pack. They're sitting at 1-4, 6-0. But yeah, here in these double-digit range, even the Jets. I mean, these guys are under 500, but it's so early in the season to even speak on it. Cardinals 2-3. But that record, you know, in total drastically changes double-digit sacks, you know, versus not having double-digit sacks, you know, as far as that resulting in the win category. Now, these are the teams with the most forced fumbles. Of course, we saw JOK leads the league in forced fumbles. Browns have 5 total. Cowboys, Jags with 4, Dolphins 3, Colts 3. And then we have some other guys just matching that top 5 there. 3 forced fumbles as a unit. What we got here? 5 points. Yes, sir. Reality check. Tuning in. Once everyone gets used to comp, everything's going to change. That could be a big thing as well. Madden Move previously has only played on simulation. This is our first go at running comp. And yeah, that's a big change for the league. We made a couple of transitions. We moved over to comp, and then we moved over to Discord as well. So I'm excited for Madden 26 to start all of these new changes on a fresh slate. But this is the learning period here. Let's take a look at the squads leading in the interception category, right? You got the Cowboys, 22 interceptions, bro, and it's week 6. 22 interceptions. I love that. Ravens 20, Steelers 20, Browns 18, Seahawks 17, Bengals 17. Ball Hawks on the defensive side, man, causing trouble for opposing offenses and getting the ball back. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the teams not getting interceptions, right? You got the Chiefs, only 5 interceptions so far, just shy of about 1 interception per game, you know, and that's not even okay. That's not bad, you know what I'm saying? But if you're talking about from 5 to 22, brother, Saints 6 interceptions, Eagles 7, Panthers 7, Rams 8. And this is interesting if we're talking about the Eagles, right? Because they're dominating in other defensive categories, but they're not showing up, highlighting themselves in the interception or fumble category as far as forcing turnovers. So they're pretty much just getting guys, maybe forcing them to punt the ball, not allowing them into the end zone ultimately is the answer for that defense. Conversions, right? Check the people who play head to head, they're used to it. It's only a matter of time. Tick tock, says the previous champion. Previous Madden Move champion. And if you guys have tuned into any of my streams in the past, like I say, third down is the most important down. That's where you make your money at. These are the teams with the highest third down conversion percentage. In that top 5, you have the Packers, Broncos, Cowboys, Chiefs, Titans, keeping the drive alive. 58% rounds off the top 5. Fourth down conversions, of course, we see the Steelers up there at 12. You got the Bears with 10, Chargers 9, Texans 8, Bills 7. Some guys hate it. They're like, man, Where the heck is the 4th down rule? This is another change that was made in Madden Move to start of Madden 25. I took that rule out completely. Actually, I believe it was part of Madden 24 as well. I'm saying, hey, if you want to go for it on 4th down, go for it, right? Some guys like that, some guys don't, but I just try to treat that aspect of it like real life, man. Just leave it up to the coach. But if we're talking about 4th down attempts, now that's crazy. Texans 8 for 22 on 4th downs. 49ers 6 for 18. Now this is what's going to change the record drastically, right? So you're going for it on 4th down, but you're not completing them. So maybe taking a look at your offensive playbook, finding some plays that you believe can work on 4th and 5, 4th and 3 type situations, or whatever the scenario is, right? Steelers 12 and 16, 75%, very good. Lions 7 for 15, Bears 10 for 14, 71%, very well as well. Chargers 9 for 12, the highest 4th down completion. Of course, we want to count the teams that have double-digit attempts, right? Show them some love. You get the Giants 7 for 10 on 4th down. And even 60% is good, right? I still like to see that. Cardinals 4 for 6, Titans 4 for 6, Bills 7 for 11, Seahawks 7 for 11, Cowboys 6 for 10. That's 60%. And if you find yourself in that 50% range, that's still fine, right? That gives you confidence to go for it on 4th down. You know that it's a 50-50 type category. 2-point conversion, some guys go for it a lot. Some guys go for those 2-pointers. I'm not one of those guys. Chiefs is going to go. This is part of the scouting report if you play these guys in the future, right? I'm just giving you little tidbits into what you might expect if you play some of these teams here. The Chiefs are going to go for it for your 2-point attempts, Cowboys, Rams, Texans, 49ers, they don't believe in field goals. They're saying, hey, line it up. Red zone efficiency, we could take a look at that. We could take a look at red zone efficiency. So let's take a look at what do I want to take a look at? Points percentage, field goals in the red zone, offensive touchdowns in the red zone. These are guys that are getting to that red area and putting up points. And points, I mean touchdowns. Steelers, Cowboys, Colts, Commanders, Chiefs. If they find themselves in that red area, they're showing a high percentage of putting up points. Let's go to Let's do that. Let's go to percentage. I like that instead. 58% there in the red area. Saints, Jags, 55 there. 54 for the Colts. 50 for the Panthers. Red zone defensive trips. Touchdowns allowed in the red zone. Okay, this is another stat that I like here. These are defenses that we preach that bend but don't break mentality. These guys, they're on defense, but they're breaking essentially. They're bending and they're breaking, right? So Colts, Giants, Raiders, Bengals, Cardinals, finding a way to clamp up in the red zone is going to help them drastically moving forward in this season. Excuse me. All right, red zone penalties. Who's out here getting penalties, man? Who's leading the league in penalties? Jets, Chiefs, undisciplined. Panthers, Saints. All right, we got Jags. We're gonna skip past the penalties because we're a disciplined ball club, man. Turnovers. This is gonna round it out for us. Fair said that's the only thing I lead in. Just waiting for Madden 26. I am getting my Super Bowl soon, man. I'd love to see it for you, brother. There's a lot of tough comp. Gonna have to dial in week to week. I'm a little sick. I have not got a Super Bowl trophy here in Madden 25, but we're gonna try this season here. Giveaways. What team is giving away the football? Every day is Christmas. Whatever type of gifts you want to give away. You have the Raiders, Bills, Patriots, Texans, and the Browns. I'm going to match that with the Giants. Guys that are just giving the ball away. Interceptions. Who leads the league in interceptions here? And I'm assuming, this is turnovers, right? So they're throwing the most interceptions. Raiders, Texans, Bills, Patriots, Browns. And take a look at this. These are the top 5 teams with the least amount of giveaways, right? With the least amount of giveaways. Eagles 4, Jags 6. Man, hold on. Let me pat that back. We're gonna protect the rock, man. Chiefs 7, Bears 8, Packers 9. Protecting the football. And no undefeated teams in that mix, guys. Each team is just about over 500. Packers is the only exception. Below double-digit giveaways. Now let's take a look at total takeaways, right? Total takeaways. Cowboys lead that category. Browns, Ravens, Steelers, Seahawks. Got to give kudos to their defenses, man, providing opportunities for their offense, taking the ball away. Now we're going to take a look at the top 5 teams that need to find a way to get something cooking on defense. Their defense needs to show up. They got to get the ball away from the offense. You got the Chiefs, Saints, Rams, Bears, Panthers. What can we do on defense, man? Is it applying more pressure? Is it, trying out different zone coverages, making different adjustments? What can we do to start taking the ball away? Defensive interceptions. We kind of essentially already looked at that. Fumble recoveries. So those that covers some team stats, man. What's going on in the league? What y'all got, man? How y'all feeling? So we've taken a look there at player stats. We've taken a look at team stats. Week 1, some player of the weeks here. For the NFC, you had Milton showing out 17 for 20. Bobby Wagner representing the defensive side. You got Trevor Lawrence showing up and showing out. Khalil Mack for the defense there on the AFC. Week 2, Matthew Stafford, 275 yards, 4 touchdowns, overshown. 1 sack, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Will Howard had a huge game there in week 2. 664 pass yards, 10 passing touchdowns. Goodness gracious. Starks, 3 interceptions heading on to week 3. McCarthy, 539 passing yards and 9 touchdowns. Absolutely elite. Okereke, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Joe Burrow, 355, 4 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Shout out to Woodson for 2 interceptions there in week 3. Least penalties gets no love. That's a good point, Brian. I gotta go check that out. Jaden Daniels here in week 4, 466 pass yards, 7 touchdowns. Gotta show these players some recognition and some love. These coaches that are balling out with these players, earning player of the week awards. Defensive side for the NFC, you got Bell, 3 interceptions. Lamar Jackson for the AFC, 690 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. Newsome, 4 tackles, match that with 4 interceptions. Last week, week 5, you had Willis, 417, 7 touchdowns. Ben Summerin, 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown for the middle linebacker, for the Buccaneers. Justin Fields, 20 for 26. 511 pass yards, 7 touchdowns. And then you got Jordan Brooks there, 2 interceptions, 1 sack, 12 tackles. Absolutely nuts. I'm gonna switch all over to this little video I created. Let me know what you think.
You did it again. 95J. The Madden move. The Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 The Madden move. The Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 Talk on 95J. I hit my dance, I hit my blitz, I get my pay. I took my move.
All right, fellas. All right, man. So yeah, kind of what this video was going to be about, man. We wanted to talk about and cover some things around the league. Maybe we start talking about some predictions and all of this and whatnot, but we're still very early on in the season, only week 6 here. We covered player stats, team stats, and bro did mention the teams with the least amount of penalties, so I'm going to check that out really fast. But we're going to keep this, plain and simple, just a league recap. I didn't show the penalties love, so the teams with the least amount of penalties, right? The most disciplined teams: Commanders, Seahawks, Raiders, Colts, Broncos. They're in the top 5. Sorry, Titans, you're not included in this. Your team is undisciplined, bro. Oh, shoot. Man, I was hoping there would be a game on that I could switch over and commentate, but fellas, I think this is going to wrap it up for this one, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is a league recap for the Madden Move 32 Online Franchise League. Yeah, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all be well. Let's keep at it, man. Let's go.